Yo, 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 it's your boy Bobby Frost and Bobby Frost Media presents Transparency. I'm with the beautiful lady, Just Misty.
Yo, yo, yo.
I ain't like that, man. That was dry. You look tired over there. We gonna get you a shot of that.
Well, I can't do it, y'all. I'm exhausted. I ain't gonna lie. I'm usually never the one I am exhausted.
They working my girl, man. We gonna get you with it.
They ain't working me. Life is
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, my job is a breeze.
What they call it, what's that one thing, the 5-hour energy shot. I'm gonna get you one of them, man.
It ain't my energy. It is not my energy. I'm not tired at all. I am just overwhelmed. It's just a lot. I really can't get the energy to be like, yay, you know.
I get it. So, hey, what you been on? Break it down, because you look like you need to let something off your chest.
No, it's just, I've been chilling, working, taking a real estate class, studying for that. My friend, unfortunately, lost her son this week. So that was a lot to deal with, as this violence is getting out of hand with these kids. He was only 16, so I've been dealing with that. Having a 14-year-old, who is a young boy as well. It's just been a lot. Life has just been lifing, you know? So other girls lost their kids. I don't know those other girls, but I'm praying for all the families that was involved. But it's just been a long week. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, mine's been long for me, man. Not from that standpoint, but again, my condolences to the family because me working in a detention center, it'd be like not that I'm, how can I put it, like, it's not that I'm like immune to it or nothing like that. It's just, I be knowing it's coming. So a lot of stuff be going down. I be hearing them little kids talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Who
you
got
definitely
problems.
be know when you definitely know what be going on. But when it hit home, it hit home.
Yeah,
I've been knowing that little boy since he was literally in his mama's stomach. So you know, I mean, like I say, anytime anybody lose their kid, I be feeling horrible for him. I pray for him, but that shit definitely hit different when it's your own, for sure.
Yeah, when it get close to home, it hit different.
It hit close to home, it hit a lot different. So. You know, yeah. I'm just a little tired. I'm not going to say I'm tired. I'm tired of life. Shit. I'm not tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting good sleep, but this shit is exhausting, man. I'm just ready for something else. I need a morale boost or something. Something's got to happen. Something's on the way.
Yeah, you got to weather the storm. Yeah, mine's, I just been just getting back to balancing because now that I'm back at the center, it's different. You know, I ain't back to my same shift. They got me bouncing back around, ping-ponging it. And then, yeah, I'm like, man, just getting back used to that it's been a little challenge. You know, when I get back around the kids, they was waiting for me to come back. So, you know, I make it real easier and make my job feel, you know, worth it. They was just, man, they was just happy to see me, like all of them.
Yeah. I miss working in the detention center in Detroit, but I love real estate. Like I said, that is the highlight of my week, though, y'all. It was so hard taking that fucking class and, like, literally, if I'm not mistaken, he got killed on Monday, the day the fucking class started, after class. So that means all week I've been trying to stay in class and stay focused and keep these notes and been going over her house, staying up late as hell, trying to be there for her. I'm just overwhelmed.
It happened.
I got to study for this test, and I have to, I'm ready to get done with this so I can go ahead and get this license and move forward.
I feel that. Yeah, that's how I've been doing, really, you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, just brainstorming on a lot of other little ideas and projects I got going on the side. So really just balance and figuring that out right now. That's been it. Man, you know what was funny as fuck for me, though? Setback, and again, I didn't get to see it right when it was going on because I was at work. So when I got off work, woke up the next day, tuned in, checked out the presidential debate, which was crazy. I don't know if it's just because I wasn't tuned in enough. I didn't know it was coming on.
You know what? That's how I know life has been too. Because I keep hearing people say first of all, I didn't even know we was just already down to just Trump and Biden.
Yeah.
So I have been.
Well, really, we not. But what they about to do with the convention part where they make, you know what I'm saying? And I was gonna go get into that when they gonna make which party gonna represent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't. What happened to the other choices? Where did they go? When did it get like
the Democrats?
Lord.
I'm gonna say Republican. I think they just really figured it out and just hit them like, I've been paying attention. That just hit them like, we ain't gonna have nobody that's gonna have as much support as Trump. So why not just roll with Trump? It's like you in the corner like. That's how I felt the Republican Party been feeling. Even when he got voted in, they feel like you not our pick, but for the Republicans, the people, you the people choice. So we ain't got a choice.
What's crazy is I feel like we don't have any good candidates.
I definitely feel like that.
We have to go with Biden, but
man, I don't even know about going with him. And I said it's like,
hey, you ain't bullshitting because I don't know, man.
After watching the presidential debate, and I don't know, I have to go double back and check. I don't think it's ever been one this early. It could have been, so don't quote me on that. I don't think it's been one this early in the summer like that, but it could be, so don't quote me. But for sure, just watching him, like he looked old.
Oh yeah, no, Biden is that. But listen though, Biden is old, and that's what I'm afraid of, that we're going to end up going with the vice president anyway if Biden wins, because he's going to, Lord, I don't know how to say this without sounding fucked up, but he's just on his last leg.
Yeah,
like, he looked like he dying, and ain't even, like, what the fuck?
If you go watch him on that presidential debate, it's like talking to, like, if you got a real older relative, that's how I was talking, like him pausing.
How do he even remember? Oh my God.
Yeah, he pausing, baby. He going from this point to this point, it ain't and no Trump transition.
Laughing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he was. And then it was a couple of times he got angry than a motherfucker, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was about to go run up on Trump. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Damn. Damn, America.
Yeah, that's where we at with it. And I think the Democrats, because either way, I ain't never been, I'm just got to be Democrat because I'm black. I ain't never been my MO anyways. But like, what I've been seeing Trump do is, which is smart, he didn't got a hold of several figures from, the black entertainment world, especially hip hop. So like when he pardoned Lil Wayne, I think he pardoned, who was it? Was it Kodak Black he pardoned? So he building himself up around that. And then you got to think in the 80s, he hung with a lot of, again, black entertainers.
I've already told you that I think that Trump is a great businessman, right? And in all aspects, a motherfucker got to know that it's going to take a great businessman to run America. You feel me? His only problem is that he's racist. And you can't be racist of the fucking melting pot of the world.
You know what? I don't even...
Like, what the fuck? He's racist.
I don't even think he really racist. I think I always said this, and I had... Like, me and my director at the center don't see eye to eye about anything, you know what I'm saying? And people say he racist. But I told him when they first started, this was years ago, you know what I'm saying, almost 10 years ago, when, he first was running, I told him, I said, he going to end up being the representative for the Republicans. And he was like, nah, I don't think. I'm like, yeah, because it was the dude, Ted Cruz, and it was the other guy. And then they had the guy out of Texas, Ted Cruz, and the one dude out of Florida. And I said, yeah, they probably more politically grounded and knowing what they're doing, more seasoned, but they don't have the charisma that he has. So I'm like, they're going to go with Trump. And I think what Trump did, what anybody should do, this is because he's a businessman. It's a great thing. Mm-hmm. Once you can figure out a niche or a demographic that you can tap into, that's what it's about. So he figured out, like, I can go get the backwood, AKA backwood rednecks, no disrespect to them. That's what they call them. So he made them come out in draws. He made the middle-aged white man who felt like he was losing ground or invisible. Mm-hmm. He made them feel, it was a backlash from what happened with Obama. Like, I seen people with Obama voting that I had never seen vote before. So that was like the not middle-aged, I mean, you can say middle-aged, but, young black adult male going out there to vote. And that was the backlash that's a rubber band effect. Trump came. So that's why I think Trump did. I don't think Trump, because again, Trump was super racist. Like back in the 80s, he hung with a lot of black entertainers. I don't think he was racist.
I think that he's a smart racist. I think that, like, first of all, that's how I know, and I'm being dead ass. This might sound crazy, but his racism is beyond. He knows how to control it. He's going to definitely use black people for his gain, but I think he's still racist. But I think he also knows that, if I pardon Lil Wayne, then I'm going to get the black people votes. Yeah, he don't give a fuck about us. First of all, you can't say stuff like black jobs. What the fuck? You could have reworded that.
I'm with you, and that's why I say he could be. That's why I'm not arguing. I really do think he just smart enough as a businessman that he's seeing a demographic of America that was valuable, and wasn't nobody really tapping into it, so he tapped into it. It's almost like if you watch wrestling and shit, you had a heel and you had a baby face, and if you watch wrestling, you have heels like Ric Flair, or when I think Shawn Michaels was at his best when he was a heel, when I think The Rock was at his best when he came back, he was Hollywood Rock. You have certain heels that when Hulk Hogan became NWO, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and them, you tapping into a certain demographics. This way, we got a John Cena when Hulk Hogan was Hulkamaniac and all that stuff. You tap into a demographic, and I think that's what Trump did. Now, maybe he could be racist or not, I don't know, but I know he tapped into a demographic and rolled with it.
Would you really say you don't know?
Yeah, I don't.
Racist?
I don't know.
What do you think it is? What could explain?
I just told you what it was. I think he tap into that demographic. I can't come out there and just say words like nigger and things like that. But I can tap into the point where I make you feel that I'm racist. You gonna come vote for me because this is the thing I know about people. I say this all the time. Kids have asked me many a time when I've been not just sitting working with them, like Mr. Wills or Mr. Will, you got all this knowledge. Why you not a millionaire? And I told them, if I bend my morals, if I lose some of my morals, I'd be a millionaire. When I say I truly believe it's easy to be a millionaire, it's just being a millionaire and trying to keep the morals and values you got, that's when it changed. And that's what Trump is. Morals and value, he a businessman, and the best businessmen don't have morals and value. Everything is strictly about the business. And that's how I feel about Trump. He don't really give a fuck too much.
I think morals don't got shit to do with you being racist.
No, morals do got something to do with you being racist.
I think that you're racist. I'm not his. Because I totally understand. He's an awesome businessman. He's racist, and he says, like you said, he say enough so the white tea people still know that he's racist, but he also do for the black community, and he do shit so that the black people vote for him too. He's an awesome businessman.
Yeah, that's where I think
towards black people.
He could be. I'm not saying that. I don't get that vibe from him. I got a vibe George Bush.
How the fuck did you get a vibe from somebody you ain't never been around?
I'm saying watching him and
you can't get no vibe. You can only go out with the fuck come out his mouth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If he would have been like that all the way out, then I would have been cool.
He has always been like that.
No, and Eddie's, he didn't talk like that.
He was. Do you not think that people? He's been an intelligent man.
Yeah, right. I'm with you.
He's been building what he's doing since. You don't think that he thought I'm gonna be the president? He put this into play, bro. He know what he is an intelligent motherfucker.
No, he was trying to run for president before, and it got shut down.
Exactly. So I have to gain this certain crowd and this certain demographic.
That's where I'm at with it.
Right, but I don't like you motherfuckers.
I don't know if it's that. I'm not saying he could be. I'm not. I don't get that. Like George Bush, it's been George Bush since George Bush been George Bush. I'm talking about Junior. Like, yeah, you don't like blacks. That ain't. But again, he didn't have to take the route that. He didn't have to take the route that Donald Trump took. That's where I'm at with it. Like Donald Trump figured out, like, hey, I got to do this. That's why I use the analogy with wrestling. I got to do this to play to my crowd. So I got to do it. Even
so that means like, I'm gonna use Hillary Clinton just because.
No, just like Hillary Clinton. When I seen her come out of her purse on one of them campaigns she was doing, and she stopped and came out of her purse with a bottle of hot sauce, I felt so fucking disrespected as a black person. But there was other black people.
I didn't see that, but I would have too though. Why did she do that? What happened?
Because she felt like that made her more closer to what Democrats normally automatically have, the black vote. So she felt like by doing that, she was going to bypass Bernie Sanders, which she did. She was going to bypass everybody that was challenged to be who's going to be the next Democrat representative. And that's what she did. And I'm like, is Hillary Clinton really for blacks? I don't know. I can't say if she is. I can't say she ain't. But I ain't never heard nobody say she was racist. But I went back, for a little bit further when her and her husband, so she came out there and they called him what they call young black males, hyper predator. I think that was the word for it, hyper predator and shit. And they made that mass incarceration bill in the mid 90s. And a lot of people didn't know about that shit. And I'm like, I know how politics go. Politics and business go hand in hand. It's the same thing with church. Like and I don't want to get too far off topic what I was saying with it. It's like church, you have certain pastors that can tap into a certain demographic. You might have the younger pastor that can get to the youth and he gonna add hip hop and R&B with his sermons and stuff like that. But he's really not trying to lock in the 70-year-old, 60-year-old, 80-year-old woman and man. He's trying to tap in with the 15 to like 30 demographic. That's where he's shooting, or 35 demographic with the young. So that's what he's shooting at. And then you have the more traditional preacher, you know what I'm saying? He with the and all that on his words and stuff with his cadence. He's tapping into the older, more kind of Southern field. I think that's what it go in. When you smart enough business, you know to tap in what you in. You put on a mask. That's what it's like. That's why I use wrestling. You put on a mask. Like you gonna put this mask on to show what you got to show. Because I done seen other other personalities just period. And once they done doing what they had to do, they come out and say it like I was doing this.
He's not done doing what he has to do.
That's
yet.
what I'm saying. So
but
I think he's gonna put this on.
Eventually, will be like a fuck y'all. He's not gonna say I'm racist because he's a political figure. He can't just open his mouth and say I'm racist. So he's never gonna say that. But that's just like me. I've been doing this show with you all this time. Blah 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 blah. And then when we're done. And I've already reached the point where I was going to reach and I got my fan base and everybody fuck with me. I can very much, that don't mean I still like white people. I just did what I had to do. I fuck with them. Because I have to. That doesn't mean I'm not racist.
I can use that like with some, like I said, like females do a lot of this on social media. Is you really, and we done talked about that in episodes before, like, are you really a freak like you say you is? Or are you doing this because you know it's a demographic you trying to reach that's going to help you make money selling your shit? If it's an OnlyFans page, your page, a sex toy. So you act like you super duper freaky, but really that's not you. And once you get to that point to where you done maximize what you was looking at, now you about to go retire. I don't have to act like that no more. And that's why you be looking at certain shit like, why is she acting like that? Yeah, because that was all the facade. She did this. She made a character. Like I think Donald Trump that made a character and he rolling with it. Cause this is my thing. Let's say he do, and I think he gonna get elected this time. I'm telling you right now, I think he gonna get elected. I don't think Joe Biden got a chance this right now. And I think I'm gonna tap into that too. I think that's what the Democrats fucked up at. And I think cause you only can do 2 terms. I think after you do this term and you get down like 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, you're going to see him come back and apologize about some shit and let some shit go because it's going to be like, I can't run again. I'm done. No, same thing like Hillary Clinton did. Like what Bill Clinton did. Bill Clinton never apologized about that mass incarceration bill he did in the mid-90s. Why? Because the big thing back then, because we was coming out the crack epidemic, was you got to be harder on criminals. So that was the whole way Reagan won. That's how Bush won. So it was all about, that was a push. Now, suburban America, even blacks in the suburbs felt like in the hood, it was just, everybody was just.
So you don't think that right now, in order to win campaigns, getting the black vote is really, really important?
Not like it used to be. Mm-mm.
I don't think it used to be as important.
No, I think back then it was more important than it is now because, again, I know a lot of these kids not going out there voting. I know that from just being in the detention center, watching kids coming out. That, man, you put that shit on a presidential debate, they go to sleep. They don't get, and then, again, like I said, it's different. I had to watch presidential debates because guess who I was with? My grandparents. So they'll make me sit down and watch this, even though I want to watch it. These kids, they mama's not watching it. They not watching. They give a fuck they don't care who getting voted. Like when we try to put the replay back on yesterday.
But I just hate that you feel like you are one out of I was not watching presidential debates when I was little. You lived with your grandparents. So no, the little kids are not watching them. The ones in the detention center ain't watching them because some of them can vote, but half of them can't even vote. And no, you're right, they don't understand it. I cannot sit up here and tell you that when I was 12 and not even 13.
No, I'm not talking about that age.
So
I'm talking about at the age where they at now. Like, because again, if you sit, I tell them this all the time.
I can't vote till I'm 18.
No, but that's what I'm getting at. If you 16, 17, you about to be voting in a couple years.
17, you're absolutely correct. But I'm not finna, I can guarantee if it was 14 of us in here, you're going to be the only one out of the 14 that said you was watching presidential debates. So I can't say it's not that. It's not the.
I wouldn't argue
that.
Because, and the reason why I say that, again, I was talking to my dog, I need to get Shay back on here. We talk about this all the time. It was a point in time growing up with our grandparents and some of our parents in our age group, they had leaders. We don't have no Huey Newtons. We don't have no motherfucking Malcolm X. We don't have no Marcus Garveys. They done took the motherfuckers out. And the people they do push up in front of us, they don't touch like that. We don't have them type. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just using myself. I would imagine if I was growing up and I seen a Malcolm X in his early 30s kicking that shit. Even Martin Luther King, early 30s, late 20s, kicking that shit. Marcus Garvey kicking that shit. Huey Newton kicking that shit. Like, yeah, I'm tuning in. Like I said about Tupac, think about it. Tupac died at what, 25?
Listen, that was all a part of it. They killed everybody that y'all will be listening to right now.
That's why I say that I don't think...
Nipsey, Tupac, these is motherfuckers that would have... I ain't gonna say they would have went as far as being in politics. They maybe would have, but they were speaking stuff to kids and young black men who needed to hear what they needed. They was breaking the shit down so y'all understood. They was telling y'all shit, revealing shit that we didn't know. So motherfuckers like that get killed. That's all set up. That's overplay for the underplay. So there is no leaders. I just don't like that you saying it like the niggas don't want to lead. It ain't that. It's that when they step up and they a motherfucker that really know something, they get their ass whacked.
No, I'm with you. That's 100%. That's why I'm saying I don't feel like, like people, when you look at Judas and the Black Messiah and you talk about Fred Hampton, like dog was like 22 when he got killed. Like imagine somebody that powerful kicking that type of shit now at 21, 22. That's how I use Pac. Like before Pac got with Death Row, Pac was he still did a little bit with Death Row.
They started disappearing. Now social media is, just think about how Tupac, how fast and how far everything and all his knowledge. And Nipsey died when social media was hot, but social media is like, I didn't lose my thought, but it's just so hard to explain it. Like I wish that Facebook and shit was out when Tupac was alive.
Yeah, he would have reached even more.
That's just all I can say.
No, I get what you're saying. He would have reached even more.
His murder wouldn't even have went unsolved. Guaranteed.
No.
Like, listen, they would have towed that bitch out through the...
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm getting at. And anybody listening, I don't want them to think I'm you know what I'm saying, negating or putting a bad light on black votes. I just don't think they getting out. And I read this data. Like when Obama came in, that motherfucker, that was the highest it had been for that demographic I was talking about, young black males getting out voting.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I don't see, and this is my thing. We don't. Where is the candidate that's touching that demographic
ain't
for blacks?
None of them. Like seriously, I really feel like, I mean, Trump do what he do because he do what he do with the hip hop side. But all jokes aside, I've talked to younger black males and even younger females, and they all say the same thing. Like, yeah, I've tried to listen, but they ain't saying shit that they want to hear.
That's why I said what I said. It ain't that I'm belittling. It's like, there's not a candidate out there that's touching a young black man. So what's going to make him even want to go get interested in who he voting for?
Knowing that he pardoned Lil Wayne. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I went to where I said.
That's what I'm saying. He don't gotta like you, motherfucker, for you to come vote for me. I just gotta do something that I know gonna make you be like,
that's why I said he didn't touched on. I said he touched on some, but the whole demographic, like I said, it's not Obama. It's not Obama in there. At the time, Bill Clinton was so cool in the 90s. That's why motherfuckers didn't even pay attention to mass incarceration bill, because Bill Clinton was so cool. This motherfucker, they're playing the jazz. He kicking with, hip hop stars. That's the first president I remember. Like Bill Clinton. Even all the way to when he got up out that motherfucker getting head from Monica Lewinsky, he seemed like a cooler. He ain't no old smelly ass white nose up in the air.
You don't want to sound racist. Go ahead, get to say what you gonna say.
No, I'm saying this not racist. It's not me being racist, being honest. He didn't seem like the old guard. That's what I call it, the old guard. You old as fuck. You ain't never probably been in the hood. You ain't got no black friends and no shit like that. If it do, it's the token black kid. Like, nah, Bill Clinton seemed like he was more cooler. Then you got Bush for 2 motherfucking, and that's the rubber band effect. You got Bill Clinton for 2 terms. Mm-hmm. You end up getting Bush for 2 terms. Then we got Obama for 2 terms. Trump was right there almost for 2 terms. That's why I say he doubling back now. And that's what I think the issue is with it. And I wish blacks would, but like you said, right now, as I'm a young black man, I don't want to vote for Trump, and I damn sure don't want to vote for Joe Biden. I don't think he can lead the country, too old.
But you absolutely have to vote. So where's it going to?
So
I'm saying that because you could choose not to and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna let the ball roll. But I'm saying if you absolutely, as a matter of fact, let's just say that your vote, this is
I know where you're going with it. My vote is going to decide it.
Your vote right decides.
Now, I would have to ask how much fucking time I got, because I have to really go back and research.
Right now,
I have to research. I'm not saying this to be funny. I have to go, because looking at Joe Biden, like, dog, you watching that presidential, if you ever get a chance to catch a couple clips, it was like he was talking. It was like, dog, you was talking to somebody at Harris's Manor. Like he was.
Already know.
I'm like, how can I have him have the faith of just not my future, but a lot of laws and shit you pass and get through? That shit gonna affect my son.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if I even want you.
Okay.
And then with Trump, like the same thing. I know you know it's looking like you racist, but shit, at least you would have more faculties to work with than Joe Biden.
What do you got? What do you got to work with? Other than because he gave black people some little.
No, I'm not
they
talking.
Love that he give you checks. They love him for that.
And that's another thing. Again, this is why I said we needed somebody to represent. You know, it's black kids right now. And when I say kids, I'm talking about. I call that a kid to me. Some people not call it a kid. I felt like I was a kid when I was 20, 21, 22, 23. I still felt like I was at the time I didn't feel like a kid. Now going back and looking at it, I still was a kid at 21, 22. I was just an adult, but I wasn't a grown man yet. I didn't have the mindset to be a grown man. I couldn't go lead a household the correct way at 21 or 22. You know what I'm saying? So that's for me. I can't speak for the next brother. Is Cat still thinking like Trump was a shit because he was out there giving them goddamn stimulus checks?
Mm-hmm. Like that was up to him.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying we don't have a candidate. Where I think the Democrats really fucked up at, I'm gonna go back to what you asked me. This is where I think the Democrats really fucked up at. If it was me, y'all had to know Biden was getting old. This shit it's been in the air. I would have been priming Kamala Harris up earlier what they did. And, you know, a lot of people didn't like her because she was so hard on crime in California. I would have been priming her up to try to push her up. It's going to happen just like a black president. It took a long time, but a black president became. Eventually, we're going to have a woman. We're going to have not even black, but just a woman, period, going to be president. Mm-hmm. I would have been pushing her more so than what I think the Democrats doing is she going to be the, you know, behind the scenes doing shit while, you know, Joe Biden. But I wouldn't have done that because you're going to have a lot of people like me that, which is true, like, dog, can he lead? So if he can't lead,
gonna be leading.
Yeah, if he can't lead, why would you not just put Carmella up? I would have told.
They gonna just let him die. Lord
yeah,
Jesus.
I'm with you.
I don't want to sound like that.
No, you saying it real. That's how I feel.
He gonna pass on, and then
ain't no president ever died in the office off natural just death.
He is gonna die of old fucking age.
And that's why I said, why wasn't you? Like I said, my favorite president outside Obama. And he wasn't, I'm not president, my bad, presidential candidate. I wanted Bernie. But the thing why Bernie didn't get in there, I liked almost everything Bernie was talking about.
Bernie was old as fuck.
That's why Bernie didn't get in that bitch, because he was old as shit.
And that's the problem. The United States is still going to feel the same way about Biden. They're going to be like, he old.
Yeah.
We got to go with Trump.
Yeah.
Lord.
That's why I said Trump. I think Trump coming. It's like this. I felt better about Biden 4 years ago than I do now, but he was 4 years younger.
Exactly.
Like, man, I'm like, dog, that's where Democrats.
And then Lord Jesus, he looks so much older than,
yeah,
he
aged him.
way.
It did Obama like that.
Right. I was just going to say, it's just so fucked up because we know being the president aged you anyway, because them 4 years tore Obama ass out the frame. You hear me? And oh, Lord. He looked at he was old when he started, Biden was, and now he looked like he is way older than he is. Oh, God, we in trouble.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's really, for all the listeners, like, man, really.
He was like, and if the vote.
Yeah, like, why you laugh? I'm like, do I want this dude to get my vote?
If you...
For real, like, do I want this dude to get my vote? Like,
I can't even. I was looking. You know how you be looking, waiting on somebody. I was watching for so long, waiting on them words to come out. Like, man, what the fuck, bro? That's why I couldn't watch it.
That's the point I'm making.
Damn, I can't read. I can't listen that fucking slow, bro.
I'm like, man, I know Trump get the talk, man. Trump will get the line and pulling a lie on this lie with this lie.
And
like,
he
man,
can't even catch it because he just be, by the time he even forgot the lie, by the time he get out, hold up.
Yeah, I'm like, I know it's fucked up, but I said, man, the Democrats should have pushed Kamala Harris. I would have been soon. Why, man? After his first year in office, I'd have been gaming her up. Like, girl, you about to go take over. We about to push it again. That's a Democrat that you can tap into. The young women, period, feminists and all that shit, you can kick into that. And then you had another demographic, the black woman. A lot of black women would love to see representation like that in the White House. Not as a vice president, as the head, what y'all call it? HBIC head?
Yes, head bitch in charge.
Yeah, I couldn't say it. So I don't understand. They dropped the ball big on it. I don't understand why they didn't push that heavier. I would have been pushing president. You know what I'm saying?
What's the first thing I do?
What's the first thing you do?
Change work days to 4 days a week, 10-hour days.
Guess who was kicking that shit? Bernie.
I'm already knowing. That's the first thing I do.
Bernie was my even over Obama. Bernie was my favorite, and this I know about Bernie. Bernie at the time was pushing that. He was one of the motherfuckers spearheading that mass incarceration bill. But the shit that Bernie was kicking, I'm like, man, all that shit. Free healthcare, free schooling.
Yeah, and then free healthcare for sure. Now, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't even really totally against us paying to go to college, but I am against us it being so fucking much. You know what I'm saying?
And I knew he couldn't get us free college, but I knew he was going to be able to bring some of that shit down. Because
like maybe we can get our associates for free and then pay for our bachelors, but we can work with that.
College is too much, and it's another topic.
And it's a waste.
It is. That's why I was going to.
Definitely another college. It ain't a waste depending on what you want to be in, but
it's a waste.
We should definitely talk about it because
it's a waste.
I'm 7 years into my career and I ain't used my degree. I used it before, but I'm not using it currently. And
your degree get used like this. Do you have a college degree? Yes. All right, cool.
Right.
I used my dog. My dog went to, props to him, man. He went to state. Boom. Went right out of motherfucking high school. I was not envious, just jealous. Like, damn, I'm sitting in the block. He went straight to school and graduated. He used that motherfucker for one job. 2 jobs. I'll take that back. And he did one job. He didn't really need the degree, just needed the credits in there. That was the detention center. And then he was a probation officer for a little minute, but he got the fuck out of that. Fuck that. And went back to the center. Now the job he making real money for him, all you needed was a degree. It wasn't a degree in criminal motherfucking justice. It was just a degree.
Any kind.
Yeah, any kind would have worked it. Yeah, it would have worked. So again, and most people I talk to, and I done seen the data on it, a lot of people, that's how I go. You don't go get the career in the actual field that your fucking degree was in.
Yeah, you don't, because like I said,
it's a waste.
But although I have learned just recently in my real estate class that a lot of real estate agents are lawyers, lawyers end up becoming real estate agents. I'm doing it the flip, but because then you get more on your commission because you can do all your contractual stuff and you know what I'm saying? I
right.
A little bit. So yeah, I think I will pick back up on it, but it's just that law school is so fucking high, like we just said. So I plan on letting real estate pay for law school.
And this is my thing, like with you, my dog. Know you got a passion for the criminal justice. Know you got a passion for it. But I can see like shit, she nice as fuck when it comes to real estate, housing. So with that being said, if I had to bet on it, I say Misty gonna be a dog ass real estate. She might get to a point where she got a nice percentage in a real estate company, or she's just started her own shit. And I can see it look up and be like, you know, my dog said, fuck going to finish off and keep going into the criminal justice field. She like, fuck it, I'm staying here because this is what making the bucks.
Listen, though, let me tell you, I don't think I can ever say fuck criminal justice only because the ultimate goal that never has changed since, like, I remember being at Daily and on fucking career day and they saying what you want to be. And I said a lawyer. I want to do because I just don't like our criminal justice system. And ultimately, I want to be a judge. They hold that weight, man. Yeah. And I'm telling you, and not that I want to be in control of somebody's life like that, but at the same time I do because I feel like our system's so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like all of this shit that's going on now, these younger kids killing each other. I feel horrible for everybody, but I also feel like that kid's life shouldn't be took away from them because it shouldn't be prison. I mean, yes, go to prison, but it has to be an alternative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they not going to be old as hell when they get out of jail. They still gonna come out of jail. They so young that they murdering people and they're coming out at like 30 something.
Yeah.
So that's still a very, very young age.
Listen, I tell them this every day. Anyone you see coming, like we have the young man up here. I tell them all the time, I say, man, listen, man, when you doing what you're doing, if you get convicted, you know what you're gonna be at. You're going to be at Mr. Williams' age when you come out. Do you think I'm super old? I know y'all think I'm old because when I was 15, 16, 17, I thought mid-30s was old too. But I said, I can still hoop with y'all, can't I? Yeah. I said, you still see me with Jordans and stuff on? Yeah, you still see me? I ain't that old, man. You going to be out when I'm my age. I ain't got a head full of fucking gray or nothing like that. You don't see me lurched over when I'm walking and shit.
Cracking up, right.
Yeah, like, so, and that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Again, back to the presidential election. This one thing I've been saying for years, but that's just how the world works. Why the fuck everybody that be a president got to be fucking senior citizen when they come in that bitch?
That's why I liked that Obama too, though, because he was young. He was a little young. Yeah, like, is it an age requirement? Because we need some young,
I think it's
spunky
35 or something. Let me look it up right now. I think it's 35.
Look at it. We need some young pizzazz up in there. Somebody that know what the fuck going on. Somebody that know that America is a different America than it was in 1987 and 1997 and shit. I think a young candidate would do some great justice. I don't give a fuck if it was a Republican.
No, I'm with you, but that's the issue. That's the fucking issue right there. Let me look at it right now. I'm about to look it up right now. But I've been said that's the issue. 35. I was correct. That's what it's 35. So I would feel way better with a 35, 36, 37-year-old being my president, you know what I'm saying, candidate, compared to a motherfucker that's 60 or 70. Or 80.
But you know what? What's crazy is that's what we saying. So I feel like they have to appease to what the future is, which is us. You get what I'm saying? I know the older people and you still have a right to vote, but that's just like when you talk about a preacher. I go to New Jerusalem because my preacher is only 36, 37.
Exactly.
And it's like, I get it. You get me. I get you. You know that I'm sitting up here because I smell like weed probably. I don't know, but I don't want to be down there with the old people. But he ain't say, don't come to my church or tell that girl she can't sit up there. He still preach. He made sure I heard what was said. He even point up there sometimes. Like, I fuck with him because he know he more relatable. Like, when I be in other people's churches and they pastor be all old and shit, I be really in there like dry eyes. I can't even pay attention.
No, I mean, like, you know what? This is me being honest with this. How I feel. I really feel like this about this. Man, if I'm fucking 80, 75, I'm serious. These motherfucking presidents.
No, for sure.
How much do I really care about the future? I'm not going the shit like a lot of like I'm gonna use Joe Biden right now and Trump. These laws that's gonna get eventually passed and bills and shit go through. Mm-hmm. How much is it really gonna affect you? Because how much longer you got to go? It ain't like the Grim Reaper is a bad employee. That motherfucker is cold. He's doing his job. So like, how much these shit how much is this gonna affect you? Like, prime example, we're going to go with Reagan. How much did them laws he did and shit did it really affect me? You wasn't going to be here for long, brother.
That's true. I mean.
So if I'm 36, 38, 35, 39 passing laws, guess what? If I feel like I'm going to live to be 80, 90, 70, these laws I'm putting down going to affect me. They really going to affect not my lineage. It's going to really affect me. So I'm going to be a little bit more better with these laws. You know, I'm going to think about them in these bills and shit. I'm going to think about them a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Not when I'm, shit, man, I'm just trying to get this legacy. Because that's the only thing, when you that old, the only thing you have left when you die is your legacy. When you that old.
True.
If I'm 38, 39, 40 coming in this motherfucker, I might be having another 40 years on earth. I want some of this shit.
So, I mean, I can do 8 years in there in office and see what my 8 years did for the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, not like all the presidents that ain't presidents is dead now, but I'm just saying.
Man, them motherfuckers be old, man. They be old when they come in that bitch. Old as shit. I always said this has been the biggest problem, I think, been with America for the longest. Congressmen, senators, go look at the average. These motherfuckers are old. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me you understand what your grandchild is going through.
Right.
You don't even know how to work fucking TikTok. Like, I ain't being funny. You know when you get around a lot of older people, I'm talking about our moms and dad age and older, boy, they still be acting like they scared of...
when guess what? That's what it reached the younger people. A motherfucker that can get on TikTok. Because you're right. We not sitting in the living room watching it on the presidential... Because I saw the clips that I saw on TikTok. And if the presidential candidate was 37 and could get on TikTok and reach us and get on Instagram and reach us...
I'm going to use... that's why I'm going to use Trump. Good businessman. Trump, man, that's why they took him off Twitter. Trump figured that shit out. Whoever was part of his motherfucking brain trust, they figured that shit... Get on, and he was saying some wild shit on Twitter. He was the biggest troll ever.
He got so much attention off of you. That's right.
Yeah, he figured it out. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't stand that. Even with Judge everything. Older people, I know we get some older people that listen to our parents. I'm not knocking y'all. Hey, y'all count. I don't want to make y'all feel like y'all invisible, but I'm being honest. Y'all have too much power being that goddamn old.
Yeah.
It's every judges. Look, when you go in front of a judge, look how old they be.
Because because once you're voted, judges don't
No,
get
Supreme
fired.
Court, yeah, they don't get fired.
Not even Supreme Court. Judges, period, don't get fired. Like, I mean, unless they do some unlawful shit. But no, you have to die on the...
But that's my thing. That's the problem. I've been said that. Why the fuck do you have reign for that fucking long?
Guess why? Because I done seen so much motherfucking shit come through this courtroom.
I'm glad you said that.
The judges
no,
being
I'm
old.
glad you said that. Now, here you go. If you've been had a fucked up view, and you, like most people are what? And I'm going to say this for sure. Men are more stubborn than females. Men are more stubborn than females. So if you got this fucked up view and you came into this motherfucking I lost the word. What you call it, motherfucker? The robe. You done put this robe on at 45, and now you're gonna be a fucking judge for the next 40 fucking years, and you don't step down till you 85, and you've been fucked up for 40 years with this view. That means you've been fucking people over for 40 years because you feel this way.
No, but that's because now when judges are crooked and feel a certain type of way, because I believe that. I told you I ain't gonna say the judge fucking name, but I'm telling you he got an issue with fucking tenants and landlords, and he old as fuck. If don't nobody say nothing, then they do stay on there. But like real shit, I'm writing this shit off. Whatever the fuck you call it, I did it. I do not want him as my judge because fuck no. I don't know what his issue is, but okay, now that's something that's on his books now. You get what I'm saying? Like somebody had to make a complaint on him. Sometimes people don't do that because they think they can't because it's a judge, because it take a long time. But if a motherfucker fucked up like that and his views fucked up like that and you just cooking motherfuckers because that's what you want to do, somebody got to bring that to somebody's attention. That's why I want to be a lawyer. Because you ain't going to just keep cooking my motherfucking people. And I realize that every time I come up in his courtroom and he between 18 and 30 and he a black male, you giving him the max sentence. Why? Every time. I'm going to have to question that.
I'm with you. I've been saying this, man, we should have went live on this one.
You so fucking funny.
I'm serious. If you feel like going on, you can start off.
No, because you finna wrap this one up. You finna wrap
man,
this. Y'all, this wasn't even what we were supposed to be talking about. That's what's crazy.
But it's good. It's good to talk about it because, like, people always ask that, like, when me was just hypothetically talking what you can do to change the country. That's one of the first things I say. Too many old motherfuckers are in power. I'm gonna catch me record that when I want to say it again because I'm gonna put this a clip. I hope go viral.
Nigga, record your goddamn self.
I can't.
I'm recording me. Why you can't?
Dang.
He gotta make us argue on motherfucking. Why you can't record myself? And then, y'all gotta see this motherfucking face. Why you can't record yourself? I record myself every goddamn time.
Because sometimes you need a little bit of help from your friends.
No, ain't no fuck that. Why you can't pick up your iPhone that you got?
Sometimes
I just want to know.
But you need a little help from your friends.
Can you just answer the question though?
I like your angles better.
Nah, fuck nah.
Because you're a woman. You know how to do it. You know how to make the angles.
No,
you know how to get the angles.
I'm trying to record my damn self and you want to be.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this, and this is exactly how I really feel about it. Like, the truth. There's too many old motherfuckers in power. That's the problem with America. That's the problem with the world. It's too many old motherfuckers in power. You can't tell them you can understand or relate to no fucking 15, 18, 20-year-old, 25, even to 30 when you fucking 70. You can't. That's the only thing me and my granddad ever bumped heads with, and I still stand on the hill about it. Yeah, some of the stuff similar that we went through, but granddad, when you was up, y'all was listening to ball games on the radio.
Oh yeah.
Now I can go watch this game, even at this motherfucking air, I can go back and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know.
I can watch the game from my phone.
It's a different time. Like I always bring it up. When I was growing up, if I got into a fight, only people knew about it was the school in the neighborhood. You get into a fight the last 15 years, your auntie in fucking Mobile, Alabama, and your cousin in fucking Lexington, Kentucky would know if you got your ass whooped or not. Because guess what happened? The fight got posted. It's different now. So that's the problem. Too many old motherfuckers got power, man, and that's the issue. But that's just how life works, but that's the issue. It's the same thing with retiring. I always say this right here. Why the fuck do you think I want to travel so heavy when I'm fucking 70?
Because that's when you fuck, because America set you up like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what
I guess the moral of this conversation is fuck the old people, because that's how Rob put it.
That's not what I'm saying.
I love y'all old people.
I love old people. I'm saying it's too many in power. And sometimes you know what you should be doing? You should be sitting back and somebody should be able to come to you and ask you some questions. You shouldn't have the final say so.
Don't be wanting to give up they spot, because I do feel like even when I become a judge, when I do get old and I'm tired, I'm going to step down. I ain't going to die up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to step on down because I'm older than a motherfucker.
Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to get out of here. And some of them listen to it. It's no disrespect to them. We was just talking about at the center. It was not long ago, but when I first tried to get in there and people get in there and I said, man, it used to be hard as hell to get in there. I said, you know why? Because guess what? I said the pay was better because of the value of the dollar and them old motherfuckers wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, because I fuck the center. I keep saying that. I'm going to say that every time. I don't give a fuck if that's Rob's job. I interviewed for you motherfuckers 3 times. And I was a 4.0 student with great experience. Fuck your job, Rob.
You can get in there now. I'm not saying get in there. I'm saying you can get in there now. You know why? Because all the old motherfuckers are gone.
I don't want to be in there now, bitches. Y'all
that's the problem.
I'd have had 15 years in by now.
If you go look at the right now, the average age of the people in there, it's people in there now 22, 23. I mean, fresh out of college, full time. That shit was unheard of. So
yeah, they had me fucked up.
Yeah, because I'm not. Again, I think older people should be more in advisor roles, meaning. I'm 30. Again, if I was 36, 37, and I was going to be a president candidate, of course, in my brain trust, I want somebody that's 80, 75, that have been through it. Maybe you was a congressman. Maybe you was a senator. Maybe you was a judge, and now you retired. You can advise me.
Well, you know what?
I don't want you with the button.
They'll sit their ass down and retire once they start having supervisors that's 30 years old and they 60, and they got to answer to a motherfucker that's younger than them.
That's the issue. They won't let them. They won't. That's the problem.
Not at your job specifically, but in general.
In general, they won't let that go because what you just said, I go back to the judges. If I've been a judge in any county, any city, any state, whatever, Supreme Court, and I've been in this bitch 20, 30, 40 years, the political and behind the scene connections I got and dirt and shit I got on motherfucker, you can't, I done amassed over that many years, I done amassed too much power.
In a job, I'm saying in general jobs, like a job like at a fucking detention center. Yeah, motherfucker, if I'm in there and a motherfucker 25 is my boss, now it's time for me to get the fuck out of here because I don't want to listen to this little bitch tell me what to do.
Yeah, and they won't let them get the jobs. That's what I'm saying. They gonna box them out. What you just said, you had a 4.0, 22, 23, ready, you know what they call a bushy eye, bushy tail, wide eye. You was ready to get out there. They wasn't letting Misty in that motherfucker. It's a reason, because they didn't amass so much power. We gonna get these other old motherfuckers in here that we can do favors for. That's how I go. That's what's wrong with the world, period, man. It's you shouldn't have that much power being that fucking old. How much longer do you have to fucking live?
Power, you know, power does to everybody, though.
It's corrupt.
So
yeah, and that's why I say that's why I'm growling with. We can get up out there. They need to. That should be mandatory. I think you shouldn't even be able to be the president if you was over 50. You shouldn't be in the Congress seat over 50. You get to 50, you should get the fuck on.
No.
I think that should be the retirement.
I'm yawning, but I don't think 50. Just think about it. My mama is 66, so I would say 70.
Man, you know the reason why I say 50, man, because again
70 is a cap age, because at the end of the day, being realistic, like for real, and I don't know if I'm just thinking about black people, but you know goddamn well, like, oh seriously,
50
you
probably was too much.
You know my dad, right? You for sure know my dad. My daddy is 68 years old. So just think about it. He's 68. So I think 70 would be a good cap.
I'm going to go
because actually right now, and I ain't being funny, but like right now is where I'm starting to be like, okay, he tripping. He butt dialing me. He don't know he calling me. Like he was supposed to do this. He forgetting. I think 70 is a good
You know
cap.
The reason why I went with the 50? The real reason why I went for it? Because if I do 50, that's going to be extreme. So if y'all push it up to about 65. I really truly believe, like not being funny, I think the age that you can retire, the earliest you can retire, what is 62?
Yeah.
That should be the cap for you coming in.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, you said coming in. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to come in at 70. No.
Yeah,
okay, yes, I get what you're saying. Yeah, 62 should be the cap.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were saying like, yeah, my bad, y'all. I understand now. No, you should be able to run for a political position. If you're over 62, you shouldn't be able to. That's it, and that's all.
That's why I said
because just think you got an 8-year run, 62.
You 70.
Yeah,
that's why I said that's why I said 50. 50.
No, but
that's extreme 50. But I like the 50 because now you 58. Dog, you should be getting into advisor role. You 50 because again, I could use your pops for instance. Do you really think he can relate the same way he related to you to Lil Reggie? Hell no. Because that shit's so far away from what he was on. Like,
but he right there though. He's 68.
Like you said with the buck dollar, like even like he talking to a female, even when you dudes was talking to you, it's still, here go my number, write numbers down, you calling the house.
Right, yeah.
Man, Reggie ain't talking to no motherfucking parent when he started talking to a female. I'm sliding through deep. Man, they even, younger people don't even converse. They don't even like to talk on the phone. This shit don't even go text message. They DMing and shit.
No, they is, but no, you tripping because they stay on the phone. It's 17 of them on the phone though. See, iPhone done got that group fucking phone.
Even that's crazy.
Shit. Listen, when I run in the room, Reggie mute that bitch so motherfucking fast, I'll be like, bro.
Think about what you just said.
That shit crazy.
17 people on a conversation?
Yes, it'd be a shitload.
How can my daddy relate to that? He can't. Nigga, you ain't never had a 17 people conversation in your life.
Yeah, that's why this is going out time. So I think, yes, between 60 and 70, you should be wrapping it up or not able to, yeah.
They got to get them old motherfuckers out of power, man. It's just, I hate it, man.
70 should be the cap just in case you decide to be froggy and you want to come out at 64. Okay, you done came out, so even if you do 4 years, my boy, you can't do 4 more. You get what I'm saying?
And that would make them not want to run. That's why, I feel like that about the center. Yeah, man, get all the old motherfuckers up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? The county, state, get you old motherfuckers, man. Go sit down and get in an advisory role. You don't need to be, you out of touch. You still trying to work shit like you work shit when you was working it 20, 30 years ago. It's a whole different age now. Like I said, man, if I can't give you a phone and you can work simple apps, when I be seeing motherfuckers struggling working simple apps, I don't need you making no decisions. That's me being honest. I'm gonna leave it at there. When you can't work simple fucking apps, you don't need to be in power. You need to sit down and be an advisor.
And that's that on that.
So, what you been bumping?
I have still been listening to Lucky Day. I've been on my R&B shit, y'all, so bad. I don't really know where I'm at as far as my boyfriends. So maybe I just been in my feelings because I've been listening to R&B for about 2 weeks.
Hey, shout out to Rodney Ott, man. He the owner of the Loft, and I'd have been in the Loft always at night when I have went like night, and it's cool. But I went twice this week. In the daytime, like humbug daytime, 5 o'clock. And I was like, man, damn, I ain't never got this vibe. And it's we cracked the joke, but it's the old 70s, like heroin era music. We in this motherfucker bumping Bobby Womack, Curtis Mayfield. We got Prince in this bitch. I'm like, man. And
I like him, though. He always, he's
cool.
my Facebook friend. I like him.
And I'm like, that's why I shout out to him. Like, man, he gave me up about a lot of stuff. Because that's one of my real, like, 10 to 15 year goals. I want a sports bar.
I want a strip club.
I thought about that, but sports, I want to sports bar.
See how that's going to collide, me being a judge with a strip club. I'm going to have to have somebody else run it. But yeah.
Why? And that's that old head shit. Why would I have
to? I know. That's okay.
That's the old power shit. Why can't I be a judge and have a strip club? What the fuck that got to do with me? Because I got some women in there making their money.
It's always
legally.
the funniest to me when I think about that whole professional side, because I be thinking like, well, what they going to do when I come? What they going to be saying when I come up in the courtroom and I got on these 6-inch heels and these long ass nails and ain't lost a case ever? They gonna be so mad because they gonna think I'm just a ghetto black bitch. Yeah. Dang.
There you go. But
dang.
Yeah, that's what I've been listening to, man. Shouts out the dog again, man. And it's funny because I posted on my TikTok. Long story short, he graduated from Miami. My daddy is a Miami Hurricane fan, football fan, fanatic, and it's crazy because I'm a Florida State Seminole football fan, the rival, and I got that from my Uncle Juice, finding his hats. But it was crazy. I talked to him about that dude, cool as hell, man. The prices ain't. There's something else I learned. Now, I give old heads their props. If you go to an old head bar, the drinks are cheap, the food is cheap.
Yep. That's absolutely true.
You go to, around this bitch, you go to any...
where the young kids go?
Yeah, they're talking 12 to 14 or more a shot. I ain't gonna say the spot. I paid $20 for 5 pieces of fish,
man,
and fries.
Damn.
Yeah. I said, ain't no fucking way, man. The fish was good, though. I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't gonna say, because I never down nobody's establishment. But that's what I thought. $20 for 5 pieces of fish and a fry? It's crazy.
I'm cracking up.
Now, if I went to the Roll House, I'd have got that shit for like $10.
Yes, I got some tacos last night.
Them bitches be hitting, don't they?
Oh, my God.
Shout out to Cubs, though, man. The Roll House good. But that's what I mean. So, yeah, don't know. I ain't knocking the old head because it's some shit y'all, that's why I say advising roles. Some shit. But yeah, I've been off Curtis Mayfield, man. Curtis Mayfield, real heavy. Yeah, like just, laid back. So that been it. So where can they catch the beautiful Just Misty at?
Oh, y'all can catch me on all social media underneath Misty Summers, MYSTIE Summers.
Y'all should see her right now doing it with her eyes closed.
Y'all can also catch me, y'all can put in just Misty, JUSMYSTIE, and I'm definitely going to pop up too.
There you go. And you catch me, Bobby Frost Media, on all social medias, and Robert Die 87 on IG. Again, call to action. Hey, man, y'all doing better, but keep it up, man. Full force. I'm out here like Trump. I'm on the campaign trail. Make Tri-Parency your favorite podcast. Even if you don't fuck with podcasts, like a lot of y'all older heads don't know about podcasts. That's why I put the fucking emoji. Hit the link. It would take you to it.
And I'm cracking up. And I hope my boys hear this because I just finished my real estate class. And listen, they was the youngest boys in the class. And they was like so motivating to all the old people. Like, y'all gonna be straight. I said, man, I'm gonna make sure I work with y'all. So I forgot to cut Rob off and tell y'all. I mean, I didn't mean to cut Rob off, but I gotta tell y'all, shout out to Carter and Eden and my boys.
There you go. But yeah, man,
I gave them a card. They better listen.
Yeah. Somebody came up to me yesterday. I ain't lying to you. At the bar I was at, came up to me, man. It was like, I can't remember the name, but I listen to you all the time. Because that's what she led with. She said, you the guy that always be talking. I'm talking what? And I was kind of buzzing. I'm like, talking what?
You talk too fucking much.
And she was like, the show. And then when she said the show, okay, Tri-Parency. Yeah, I listen to you all the time. I listen to you on the radio. And I'm like, cool. And it's like, she was older. And when she said radio, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really.
You don't even know she ain't listening on the radio. Shout out to you, baby. Thank you for listening.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all call to action, man. Leave them comments. Hey, man, start donating. Yeah, at first, I ain't like saying that shit, but yeah, man, shit, all other top podcasts do it.
Oh,
we need them donations. Yes, throw them donations in there. And we appreciate it. We appreciate all the love. And we're going to keep trying to get better and strive for greatness. Y'all come fuck with Tri-Parency. And we out.